31 years old, and I am obsessed with trying to find the feeling of safety. And I always have been. When I was little, I would have my escapes, like movies and video games and things like that, or like the little worlds I would build with my toys, and I would not let anyone in. I would hide my movies, and I wouldn't share my safe spaces with anyone. I know I grew up in a toxic and chaotic household, and I was abused, but I always minimized it because firstly, it's all I knew, so I really had nothing to compare it to. And secondly, I would remind myself that other people had it way worse than I did, so why should I complain? And I've always been afraid of saying anything negative about my family, even if it were true. But I had a therapy session the other day where I kind of got into some things because I've been no contact with my family for over a month now, and I'm really starting to realize why I am the way I am, so obsessed with safety and whatnot. I told my therapist how when I was a preteen and I got braces, if I talked back to my dad, he would threaten to yank my braces out, or how when my dad was mad, he would get really explosive and throw things, and he would threaten to burn the house down. That happened a lot. Or when he was mad at me, he would get like all up in my face, and sometimes he'd like tap really hard on my forehead. He would find ways of hurting me without leaving a bruise. Like, I would have a red mark for a few hours, but he never left a bruise. He'd tap on my forehead really hard and scream in my face, like cussing me out, and he'd be spitting on my face while he's screaming at me, and he'd have his arm drawn back in a fist like this, so I would be afraid that he was gonna punch me. Now, I don't recall him ever actually punching me, but this was like a common thing that he would do to me. And he would put his hands on me in other ways. Like, he really liked to grab me by the neck and shoulder and dig his fingers beneath my clavicle and kind of like jostle me around that way. Or if I was sitting on the couch, he would come up and grab me by the ankles and yank me off the couch. My mom was not as physically aggressive, but she did often leave me in the care of a known pedophile. And I was telling my therapist all these things, and I'm still scared to say anything, but I want to verbally put it out there into the universe as a part of my healing, because in order to heal from it, I have to accept it and realize, yes, it was bad, and that's why I'm so messed up. My boyfriend has never struck me, but if he's near me and I see his arm go up for any reason near me, I will just break down sobbing. Because, I flinch, because, a lifetime of this from my dad. And I was telling my therapist about it, and she was disgusted, but she told me something I feel like I really needed to hear, and other people might need to hear too. She said that no matter how dark the place you came from was, you can create a life that is equally as bright. So basically, no matter how miserable you've been, you can become equally as happy in life as you were miserable. And I cried when I heard that, because I really hope so. Because I think everyone deserves that was mistreated as a child. And I am at a point where I really want to learn to accept things that have happened to me. I'm not trying to insult my parents or say anything bad about them. This is just what my childhood was. It's the facts of the way they treated me and how it has affected my mental health. And they are the reason that I'm constantly searching for safety. So it's all very heavy, but I'm really trying to accept things and hopefully I can work through them and find that sense of safety inside myself and let that inner peace shine out to my environment and everything around me. And I hope I can become the safety that I've always been searching for.